the woman found a lady's earring in her husband's pocket. She remembered that it was a style his secretary often wore. She deliberately bought a cup of coffee for the secretary and found the secretary was indeed missing one earring. Then she turned around and walked into her husband's office, looking for clues that he had betrayed her. But her husband had already changed the password to his computer. Just then, she spotted an unopened box of protection products inside the cabinet. The woman felt deeply disappointed. When her husband had proposed to her, he had solemnly promised to love only her forever. After they got married, her husband had always been very good to her. So when a friend said she had seen her husband buy a bag for another woman, the woman confidently said her friend must have been mistaken, and she trusted her husband would never betray her. Only after finding the earring in his pocket did she realize how foolish she had been. That night, the woman asked her friends out for drinks. When her husband found out, he went to the bar to pick her up. They were playing a game of truth or dare at the time. Since the wife refused to go home, the man had to join them. He lost the game as soon as he started playing. He chose dare, so the friends told him to show the latest messages on his phone. The man pretended to be calm and took out his phone, but the wife still saw him secretly delete a message. The woman was completely disappointed in her husband and decided to divorce him. But as soon as she walked into the office, she saw her husband and the secretary behaving intimately. The woman immediately changed her mind and decided to reclaim her shares in the company before divorcing him. The secretary told the woman not to misunderstand, saying they were only superior and subordinate. But the woman directly announced that she would fire her, and the company would give her the corresponding compensation. The secretary immediately looked at the man behind her, hoping he would keep her. Seeing his wife's cold expression, the man did not dare to say anything more, and could only tell the secretary to go through the resignation procedures right away. The woman thought she could leave with dignity, but as soon as she got downstairs, the secretary stopped her. The secretary said she was pregnant with a man's child. The woman was completely shocked. When her husband came home, the woman told him the secretary was pregnant, and then filed for divorce. Her husband quickly apologized to her and said things were not what she thought. He said 3 months ago, he had drunk too much at a party. When he woke up again, the secretary was lying next to him. He had no idea what had happened that night, but the secretary had taken photos of them lying in bed together. Afraid the woman would divorce him if she found out, he had never dared to tell her. The woman sensed something was wrong. She knew that when her husband got drunk, he only wanted to sleep, so she asked her friends to help investigate the matter. A friend told her she owned a private hospital, where they could do a paternity test on the secretary's unborn baby. The man thought it was a good idea, so he tricked the secretary into going to the hospital under the pretense of a prenatal checkup. Shortly after, the woman arrived with the test results. When she opened the report, it turned out the secretary's baby was not her husband's. Having been exposed, the secretary had no choice but to confess everything she had done. Her baby was actually her ex-boyfriend's, but her ex-boyfriend had disappeared long ago. Wanting to find a responsible father for her child, she had framed the man, but she had not expected the woman to be so clever. The misunderstanding between the woman and her husband was finally completely resolved.